He's not bad at being an RA.
No, it feels like one of those things like, you can do what you want, but when I tell you that something's wrong, you stop.
And when he saw that she was really suffering, he took her under his wing in kind of a platonic way.
Semi, yeah. Yeah, he did some weird things like dropping that beer in her lap.
And then he was watching that lady with the gigantic man with a mullet.
Yeah.
So he did start looking after her. And when she said, should I get a tattoo? He said, it's up to you. Which it leads to my favorite line in the movie when he's like, it's better than a kick to the face with, it's better than a kick to the face with a golf shoe.
I mean, I have several tattoos, and on the ankle, I have one on my ankle, and it hurt real bad.
Yeah, I don't even remember how mine felt.
Whiskey. No, my ankle was the one that hurt the most, frankly. Like, it hurt really, really bad, but I think that could have been the bad tattoo artist.
Now, you know that she had that tattoo when she went into the movie.
Yeah, they added it to the movie because they saw it. They're like, oh, what's crazy? Oh, she has a tattoo already. The actress just put it in there.
Another issue I had with this movie, I know you went back, but I'm going forward. So I don't think he understands the idea of overall.
He totally does.
He turns his overalls into short overalls and then wears jogging pant as pant with a cut-off jort overall. And then he somehow finds time to stitch stuff onto his butt. You know, the little patterns he has?
Yeah.
He didn't bring those, and he did all that. He bedazzled that jacket
Quickly, in like a couple hours.
I want that movie.
This just Pauly Shore at like helping people, like was it Pauly Shore for the straight guy or something?
Yeah. I mean, he did that work really well. What he did, and also he shows his butt off to a couple 19-year-old girls in a public place.
Yeah, 2 butts in this film.
There's 2 butts.
There's one at the beginning when they're walking down the hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then when he turns around and meanders back in.
I mean, it's an interesting scene.
It's actually pretty funny.
Do you don't think his parents help him at all?
I think they do to some degree. They have to.
We never see you, so we give you money?
Yeah.
How long do you think he can stay upside down?
10 minutes?
Is that good?
I don't know. I mean, he's doing crunches, so I was assuming he's jacked.
Yeah, I mean, he's in good shape in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do that.
But he also lives a pretty easy life.
Just drink every day and go to school.
And he majored in karate for 2 semesters.
Oh, he majored in everything.
Yeah. I mean, this is a complex character, David.
We're making it a much more complex movie than I thought we were going to.
Well, on the surface, we could discuss this movie in 10 minutes, correct?
Yeah, it's a very simple film.
The interesting thing is, in Meet the Parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's very awkward scene where, Ben Stiller's talking about milking cat, and Robert De Niro is way too strict with his daughter. And you kind of get that dynamic. But in this one, there's no conflicting, it's just Crawl being crud.
Being weird to everyone.
So is that a good plot technique?
I mean, if you are the star of a movie and it's your vehicle to stardom, yes, because apparently it worked because you got 3 more movies out of this.
I mean, it made $63 million.
Yeah.
Movies that in this had a solid 4-week run. So this didn't drop off too much for 4 weeks, which is word of mouth. So people enjoyed this movie. So they liked him being a jerk to country folk.
That's America.
Yeah.
Here's a question. So who is this movie for? Like, what age bracket?
That's a really good question. Okay, so this was 93.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 11. And then let's say, the VHS comes out when I was 12. I would say that demographic.
Yeah, I guess tweens, like 10 to 12-ish.
Do college students go to this?
I don't know. It feels like a kid's movie until you watch it, and then there's adult parts to it and adult humor, and I'm just like, I don't know how to place this. I don't know where it should fit. Like young boys is like the best I can get, but not even like 15-year-olds, like 10 to 12, like when they don't quite get everything, and there's a couple jokes for parents.
Yeah, but all right, so I'm just going back to 12-year-old me watching this. I'm not trying to be gross, but we grew up with Save with the Bell. So then that Tiffany Amber Thiessen dance scene, the new language by Pauly Shore, he feels cool. So at 12, you're like, Kelly Kapowski's dancing around, and this guy man, he is hip and with it. Like I think you're right. It's ideal 12 to 13-year-old kid movie.
Yeah, that's the best I got. And like, is this a Disney movie?
But this was the MTV crowd.
Yeah, which was kids basically.
Well, Buena Vista did this, which is a branch of Disney.
Okay.
And he was also involved with, I think, Touchstone as well. And they also released Ernest movies, too, Touchstone.
Yeah, trying to make the new Ernest.
Wait, we're covering 90s, like, Disney branch releases. Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah, we are.
Son-in-Law. We've done Captain Ron's already been done. We need to look at more Touchstone movies.
Yeah. So some other things I wanted to just quickly chat about. So I know I talked about how I really love Thanksgiving movies, I love Thanksgiving, but I find I struggle with Thanksgiving movies. So I made a list of Thanksgiving movies for your audience. And so in case they're struggling as well, they can go out and find this Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, please tell me.
So one is Alice's Restaurant. Are you familiar with this?
I've never even heard of it.
So it's based off a song. It's a satire, and one part of it, the very beginning, takes place at Thanksgiving. I think it's Woody Guthrie plays himself in it. So every year at noon, at a channel thing that happens, I do it still at noon. I'll put it on Spotify on Thanksgiving. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's probably the best one on the list. Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Oh, brother.
I haven't seen all of it. I tried to watch it one year and everyone made me turn it off. They're like, no. So I'll get to it.
I hated its face. I think I need to watch it with like-minded people.
Yeah, I think so. There's 3 of them, so you could make a trilogy out of it. Dutch. Do you remember that film?
Dutch. No, I do not.
Yeah, it's with the grandfather from Modern Family.
Oh, yeah. Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, Ed O'Neill. Adam's Family Values, which is, you could argue if it's Thanksgiving film.
I mean, they do have the Thanksgiving celebration, correct?
They tell the story of the Pilgrims, but it takes place in the summer. But I'm going to allow it.
That's my favorite one so far.
And this is an oddball. Sweet November.
Sweet November. Is that the one with
Keanu Reeves?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it takes place all through November, so it's sort of a Thanksgiving movie.
I like that.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's like Thanksgiving is not quite. It's not as popular as Christmas, and it's sort of hard to find a movie that relates.
National Treasure.
What?
So I just wrote an article for Rotten Tomatoes that posted on the. Well, this is going out later, but if you type in Mark Hoffmeyer Rotten Tomatoes, you'll see my National Treasure article. I'm celebrating its 15th anniversary. I watch that every Thanksgiving.
That is such a good movie. I wish we would have got a trilogy.
I mean, you know what's crazy? Combined with inflation, the movie made $1 billion. The two movies made over $1 billion worldwide, and there's no third film.
Do you think you could still do it now?
Yes, and I'm saying there is. I think with Disney Plus, they should put out a $50 million 2-hour film. Bring back everyone. Everyone says they'd want to do it. Do it.
Those movies are like Indiana Jones, the Da Vinci Code combined.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I did some research on it, and Disney wasn't expecting much. They kind of dumped it in the theaters, and it was originally supposed to be Touchstone, but then it was released under Disney, and it was #1 at the box office for 3 weekends in a row, and it was the #1 movie for 20 straight days.
Wow.
It also had an A- cinema score, which is excellent. And a Disney executive, after it made tons of money, called it a 4-quadrant movie because it got men, women, couples, and the 18 to 34 demographic. So people of all ages were watching this film. But this is also when Surviving Christmas was out and Christmas with the Cranks. Those are crappers. So people were going to the theaters and watching this movie multiple times. It was a 4-quadrant movie, and it was a massive success. And it's fun. And Sean Bean lives. You go read my article. It's a good one. I wrote a good article for Rotten Tomatoes.
Sean Bean lives.
It's good. Hey, so how about this? Let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll talk more Son-in-Law, and we're going to put together a very weird squad. You looking forward to that?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. You have some questions for me, don't you, David?
I do. So we mentioned this earlier, but my favorite line is munching on some grindage. So I want to know what exactly is the optimal grindage to munch on.
Are we talking about for me or for Pauly Shore?
Okay, that's the start there. I was thinking of it in lines of all of us, the world. What maybe I'm wrong about that now that I think about it. Let's go with Pauly Shore. What would Pauly Shore say is the optimal grindage to munch?
Okay, so it's 3 things. It has to be free, because in a lot of his movies, he doesn't have much money and he doesn't like going home. So in this film, when he's eating for free at an Encino Man and Son-in-Law, he's loving it. He's getting delicious free food that he would never get at home. So it has to be free home-cooked food. Then he has to go to a 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee and parts of the food group. So M&Ms, Starburst for fruit, like various things. So he would eat a free thing and then go to 7-Eleven for dessert.
Okay. I think that's pretty good. I really like the free portion of it. I think that's correct.
I put some thought into it.
Yeah. So I was thinking about it in terms of more literal. So grindage is a play off of you grinding with your teeth. So whatever grindage is, it can't be smooth. It can't be a smoothie. It can't be like soup. It has to have a texture to it. And preferably, I think something crunchy. When I was putting my thoughts together, I really thought it would be like some type of crunchy French baguette sandwich. I don't know if that's actually right now, because I was thinking about like the idea of the crunch, and maybe it's more like if you're munching on something, it's not a meal, and a sandwich is a meal. So grindage might be like chips. It might be popcorn.
I'm really seeing Doritos right now, the red ones. Nacho
Doritos,
cheese.
nacho cheese. That is some grindage.
I don't think he's Cool Ranch.
No, I don't think he's Cool Ranch either. Do you think he's a Takis guy?
No, I think I think he likes the triangular shape of. I don't think he likes spicy.
Yeah, I can see that. How do you think he would handle nachos? Do you think nachos is the optimal grindage food?
I don't think he could handle the cheese.
The cheese, okay.
I don't think he's good with dunking. Does that make
sense?
It
does. It really does. I like the idea of him like scooping with something with a chip, because it's more sustenance. So, he's getting his nourishment, but it's, still kind of junk foody.
He could do salsa if it was in a bowl and not the jar.
That's a very good read. Do you think guacamole's is it too fancy?
I think he'd be down for guac. I think he would see that as he's in California. I think he would see that as almost a luxury, though. And he would kind of act a little too cool and make comments about it, but it would be mostly gone when he left.
So what I'm thinking is that optimal grindage is free chips and salsa at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That is, I'm really happy we came up with that.
Like the kind of watery salsa.
Yeah, it's not good salsa.
Man, he would eat that all day.
Another question I have for you, again related to the Weasel. What was the Weasel's best outfit in this film?
Oh, hands down. This is hands down the best scene. The best outfit. I'm gonna go with. So there's a scene where he's not with anybody else, but he's sitting at, I guess, a table somewhere where freshmen are signing up, and he is wearing a pink shirt, but he also has a black, red, and purple wool hat, and then he has black shorts. It makes him look the most human, and it's avoids the neckerchiefs that he really liked and the long bows. I kind of dug the pink shirt hat combo a lot, and it felt like a very LA natural thing to wear in the 90s.
Yeah. So that was my second favorite. That came very, very close to being my favorite. I was looking at it, I was like, could I have pulled that off when I was in college? Okay,
that's what I would come closest to pull off.
My favorite is the Pilgrim and Leopard skin onesie.
Oh yeah, Steven Tyler PJs.
I don't understand that joke, but I laughed so hard when he jumped out of in the hallway in that, and I was like, yeah, you wear that, dude.
Yeah, he crushed that, and it felt natural, and it went with the time. It was very well placed. It was funny. I couldn't wear that. That would wear me. Wore that outfit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. What's great about his character, and I actually do really appreciate this, is that he wore whatever he wanted and didn't care what other people thought. Mostly. I mean, he did go get some rustic wear, but that's really hard to do, to be that comfortable with yourself.
I felt like the outfit, though, when he gets punched by that lady, was his most natural. I felt he knew he was going to get a rise out of people when he showed up in some of those outfits.
Yeah.
It felt the most at ease and it showed his most human moments.
The jester cat.
No, I got something for you. I know you got one more thing, but I got something crazy for you. All right, real fast. Let's draft a quick Carla Gugino movie squad.
Just movies, or do you also want TV shows.
Just anything. Anything Carla Gugino.
And well, we're gonna have the same list, but okay, let's do it.
All right, so you